Is that a template or a piece?
This is a piece.
From the i5 industrial version.
Yes.
That only had a single gauge.
I believe so, unless this was a piece made in its previous restoration.
Ah. Have you seen the coolest gauge ever? Is a double needle intersecting voltage plus current meter.
Yes.
Wherein the intersection point is a natural indicator of state of charge. Because it measures voltage under load, which is how you determine a true state of charge, right?
Yep.
You need to measure what is the voltage under a specific load.
Yes.
Right? And so an analog needle crossing meter of voltage and amperage.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Want batteries in the rear?
So I need to like look out for such gauges, right?
Yeah. Probably Wayland who told me about that the first time that I forgot about long ago.
Yeah, I think I probably ran across it on the video. And I left the plug on there, didn't I? Good. And these are safe.
It's on standoffs.
It is, yes. That was semi-intentional. You know.
Semi-intentional packs.
Yeah, those. There's an extra inch of all thread here. How can that be put to good use instead of just being excessive? Well,
if you put rubber feet on there, it will look really intentional.
Exactly. Well, so that's why there's an extra all-thread coupler nut to protect the thread for future, even more intentional use of the standoffs. There is no front gap in the battery box, though, is there? No.
Yeah. It all goes down through the corner, the bottom corner.
Yeah. There's...
Intentional standoffs. Have you any experience with these Rudman rigs?
Sort of. We used I used Rudman regs, not for regulation, but for monitoring on the 20 series lead acid 20 amp hour pack in the back of the plug-in Prius conversion.
Okay.
On a few choice batteries.
I don't wish to impede your progress.
In order to watch, just to spot check individual battery state of health in that string, in that project.
So much dielectric grease, this thing's like glued together.
I'm confirming we are not on. This is off.
Down is off.
Okay.
Up is on.
All right, we're hot. All right, let's see if. Let's see how.
Carefully recharge from your previous uneven discharge.
Yes. That fan needs to get replaced.
Thought you were operating the winch motor.
Yeah. And so using that as kind of a makeshift cell. Individual VPC, voltage per cell. Instrumentation. in post-production putting together the first set of videos that we did. I was dismayed to find out that I put my balding head immediately between the camera and the soldering stuff. Holy mackerel, yeah. That's some serious... here, let me see that, please. Okay, so this means I need a micro rig. This is a host board, 4 regulators.
Yeah, the reg deck.
Or the reg deck.
And here's the regs.
And that's the reg that goes on the deck.
Snap on the little standoffs.
Snaps into the standoffs. But notice, on the back side, that is how you do bus bars.
No messing around.
Yeah, we're not playing. That'll get you some good quarter-mile times. I mean, not in the current application on the ElecTrek, but yes, that's how you do bus bars. Multi-layer wide copper traces on a PCB do not make substantial bus bars such as this. Thank you.
These dead soldiers will be dealt with accordingly.
Back to the corner more. These are completely shot. These are nickel.
Those are Cal CA100s. Iron phosphate.
And we checked they're completely flat.
Yes, they were.
Is it safe to stack?
Yeah. Thanks. They're stockpiled until recycled.
Just trying to give yourself less interference for.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
What is this?
That's the jerry can for the pusher trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, it's okay. Liquid fuels are
yes, but that gasoline is aged and
aged.
And
So I don't know if I buy that. I think that is partially live stale.
Being a fossil fuel?
No, like fossil gas going stale.
Right? It becomes more like diesel. It loses its more volatile elements.
I think it depends on its exposure to atmosphere.
Yeah. If it hasn't been vented, it's okay.
Right, because...
Let's drive more and talk less.
Yes, is this attached?
It is not attached. You can drive out from under it.
Okay. Sure how this is going to work.
Okay, cleared to drive.
Yeah. I think we'll just take what we get for the filming. Alright, battery's hot. PTO power, main power left tractor, or on the right side. Is main
yes.
Main
See
power?
what happens.
Reverse, and we're in gear. Feel like we're in a low.
Yep. Same here.
Same one. That feels a little higher.
Yep.
All right, just do some laps and off you go. like it's voltage dropping, doesn't it? And speeds are making no difference.
It may not be wired correct.
You think?
We got warmth in the toaster.
Warmth in the toaster a lot, or not enough for?
I don't know.
So
My
I've been
fingers are frozen. I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Seems like a lot of warmth for such a short drive.
Yeah,
this
and
is
I was
designed to go for hours
I was
at a time.
not in the high gears,
Mhm.
so I was avoiding field weakening, which drives more through the toaster.
Yes.
So we'll do a couple more laps and find out. Is there another high gear? Did we ever figure out the shift pattern on this? Is there a left side high gear?
I just do not recall.
I think there is one over there on that
You're
side.
trying to find.
There, okay. That's even taller. So that's the tallest gear.
Like it wants more amps.
Yeah, is that what you think?
Now, field weakening comes in the highest gear, right?
Right, yeah, I believe, yes. Field
But
weakening.
all that is in the switch.
Yeah,
not
all
in
of the
gear
field
selection.
weakening, yeah, is in here. So I think our limiting factor might be the pack that we're temporarily using,
Okay.
which should be capable of dishing out 150 amps,
Which should be
which
a lot
should be
better than this.
plenty and feel much better than we're feeling right now. It
Yeah.
feels like we're getting limited around 50 amps, which might be due to the connections that we're using off of this pack.
So 50 is what you see?
I don't see anything because there's no shunt in line here. This is just just
Okay.
giving me an indication of the voltage drop at the full pack and the delta voltage on the cells,
Okay.
right? And they're all staying in line. The voltage sag isn't enough to warrant, right, the lack of power that we're seeing in the motors. So
Yes.
I think we're just don't have enough copper between here and the motors.
Okay. And you can feel one of your contactors down there after a while, see if it's getting hot, see if that's a high resistance point.
Can I take out these moles for you?
Yeah.
Some work done while we're out here. Yeah?
Where these tiny little rises are. They're so obvious now after the snow.
I'm thinking like root patches for the grass pumps.
They seem to be eruptions.
Yeah.
Bare dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Not lump of vegetation.
Yeah, I can see that.
Here's the little iceberg eruptions when it grows hard. Not good.
Oh, sorry. What do we hit when we do that?
Well, I'm more worried about wallowing out
dash.
these
The mount points.
aluminum holes.
Yeah, that's making more heat.
Good, I need some.
Yes, take some back, please. I mean, not that I can tell on these resistors here, but it's nothing at all. Yeah, maybe look. Yeah.
We ought to redo this connection. I'm worried about it grounding out.
Yes, probably. Yeah, like that was on the list, was to kind of go over with a fine tooth comb all of the connections. Yeah. Hands doing any better?
Yes.
Do we have anything making heat down here? Should have brought my infrared camera. Yeah? No.
Okay, well, we're good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Now, I haven't driven any other ElecTreks than these two, and it was interesting to me that Sharky said he always liked the E12 with its permanent magnet motor. His friend called it jerky, but he thought of it as spirited. He considered the E15 and E20 plodding.
Okay. I mean, so that would jive with what we're experiencing, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure GE thought there was nothing wrong with plodding on a tractor.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm right. It's completely fine. We're not drag racing this thing.
Yeah.
So,
It's a tractor.
for it to be, having sag, right? And
Now we should tie a rope to an immovable object and see what it does.
And see how big a hole we can dig in your yard.
I've done that before.
So the Jag35 has these TX, whatever, terminals rated at 50 amps.
Oh.
With the lugs noted at 100 amp to the posts, right? But I'm not getting any heat at all off of any of these connections.
That'd be 50 amps continuous.
50 continuous, yeah. Right here.
We've not come anywhere close to continuous yet.
No. Max continuous discharge current 150 amps at 3C. Max pulse discharge current 250 amps at 5C. Charging, discharging, cutoff voltage 2 volts. Yeah, like we're not approaching any of those.
So what happens when you're in the high gear and you just push it all the way forward?
Absolutely nothing happens. Here. Let it get up. Click, click. If anything, we lose power because we're burning off more. Right, so
it's definitely slowing down.
Right, it's kind of doing the opposite because why would it be? Because of too much voltage, say, right? And like we're bleeding off more current in the field weakening through the heat, through the toaster, right? Then we're gaining from the field weakening in motor speed.
But what if the coil, the windings are going through the toaster rather than the field? There could have been a wiring error.
Oh. Okay. I need to read up.
Get your brain around that.
I need to revisit the manuals on SepEx motors, I guess, right?
Because if you're weakening the coil windings instead of the field, then you would slow the motor down instead of speeding it up.
Sure. Possible. All right, here, let's try the low gear and see if the behaviors are different. Which also I don't quite. Yeah, follow. Okay. First electronic gear. Okay. See, that does speed up. Yep. Okay. So this behavior is the opposite and what we expect.
Yeah.
So first electronic speed, and we'll get additional RPMs as we go up. And one more. Yep. So we got at least 2 discrete speeds.
3 total.
There should be 3. I can't find the first step. That's a step that I can't. Yeah, that's off. The first two steps are, I cannot discern anything in the first. Okay, that's noticeable, and that's noticeable. I still don't know why. Why the mechanical gearing is different. Sag?
Figured out where the sag comes. Do you see the sag?
No, that's the thing. Okay, so here. Okay, so 39.19, 39.2.
Yep. Okay.
39.7, okay. 37, 38. We have more sag now. Then, okay, the electronic speed is inducing additional sag. But the tractor is physically getting slower. I think, yeah, we're burning more power in the toaster than we're doing work. Okay, but that amount of sag isn't getting us close to minimum voltage on the pack. So 2 volts times 12 cell minimum,
it's
24 volts.
It's drawing more amps, causing more sag, but those amps are not going into
to work.
speed.
They're going into the toaster.
Yes.
Yes. Why that is the case in a higher gearing and not the case in a lower gearing, I don't quite get.
I got you.
I'm sure that there's a reasonable explanation, but I don't.
And we haven't been hearing the contactors click in and out of different modes.
So do the micro switches induce contactor control?
Yes.
Okay, because the toaster can't be driven. The toaster has to be driven by
contactors.
Big badass contactors.
Yes.
Okay, so the small resistors here, those are not
the
entirety
switches.
of the. I mean, so the little voltage, the little resistors are driven by the micro switches. That could completely be the case,
What
right?
little resistors?
The small resistors in the control board that we replaced last time, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But those small resistors, I still haven't looked at the high power, at the traction wire diagram.
Those resistors handle all the field weakening.
Field weakening, okay.
The toaster only comes in on the lower speeds, but if it's backwards wired, the toaster is burning off current at the high speed instead of low speed. That's ringing some bells up in the very, very dusty belfry.
Okay. All right, so let's record some voltage sag again in the high gears, and then we'll compare it with the low gears. Okay, so 39.5 resting, 37 starting, 38 running. Higher electronic speeds give us more sag. Down to 37. If we come off the electronic speed control, we go back to 38. 39 resting. Okay. Change to low mechanical gearing. No, change to, there we go. Low mechanical gearing, take 2. Okay. We have voltage sag, not as severe. Electronic speed control up to higher speeds. We use a little bit of sag, but in the tenths of volts. Not nearly as severe as in the higher gears because we're putting more. Okay. Yes. Ooh, pro tip, if you rock the tractor, you can find your gear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's where your missing clutch comes in. Just give it a little rock, bam. Don't need no synchros. Okay, a taller mechanical gearing induces more load on the motor per RPM.
Absolutely.
Is why we're dragging the voltage down in the higher speed, right? Yeah. So, but the lower speed indicates the wiring is correct. We are getting additional RPMs, right, in the electronic speed controls. That's all fine.
But you want to verify that each contactor.
Yeah, yeah. We'll want to double check. Yeah. And I had intended to build a second 36 volt pack and wire it in parallel with this one and go directly to the terminals, right, to eliminate and bring the big double aught cable that I had.
Yep.
Yeah, and wired up heavy duty.
I follow.
Yeah. Next time. Do we need to wrap this up, or can you keep doing donuts? Would you like to take a ride? Or?
No, I'm good.
I feel like you're following the truck around the yard. Okay. We're going to get these mole holes taken care of.
This rear winch is set up in the double reaming pattern.
Three times 12 is 36. Is the minimum safe voltage per cell, so we're safe as long as we keep the whole pack voltage above 36. You concur?
Oh, that would.
And that would be 36 under load.
There are 4 series.
12 in series. Oh, each block is 4 in series. There's a total of 12 in series.
That's 3 volts.
3 volts per cell is your.
You can go down to 2.6.
Yeah.
So
you want to stay away from that range. I mean, I think.
But 2.5.
I mean, like 2.0 is the
would be 10 volts.
minimum damage.
So 30 volts would be.
30 is getting pretty deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
30.
36 is perfectly safe,
Yeah.
especially under load.
30 under load would be where I stop.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. First electronic gear until we figure out what's up with our sag. Second from tallest gear. We'll get a little more motor speed out of this, a little less load. Let's go try some electronic gearing here. We're still in the first, we're going to move to the second. Couldn't tell any difference in the first 2 electronic steps. The last electronic step, you could hear the RPMs come up a little. Walk it back down from the highest electronic speed. There, we left. Interesting. power use meter. There we change speeds. It's only that last step. I'll do this all day? It might. Is a little alarm from the toaster, which is normal. Yeah, I mean, no alarm, but we're reasonable. I question mounting this DC-DC converter to the heat sink of the toaster. That could maybe use a rethink. But it's fine for now. It's not getting hot at all.
Got an experiment that your viewers may find amusing.
All right, yes, let's do it. You got a makeshift accessory?
So this motor is a little crusty. It does turn, but stiffly.
Yes.
And as luck would have it, it's wired straight to
the accessory
plug.
Three-prong accessory.
Because this is in the stash of parts I got from an especially squirrely hobbyist. Okay.
Are you sure you want to? Yeah, you should. Yeah, stand on it. Huh.
All right.
Stopped awfully fast.
Yep. One more time.
You want to try it again?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
So you want to let it go for a while, or?
The upper bearing is where the sound's coming from. The lower one seems better.
Okay.
And it so happens the upper bearing, I believe, is easier to replace.
Okay. You want to blow that bearing out right now? Just seize it up.
Run till failure.
You wanna?
Let's see how.
Yeah, let's give it a minute or so.
Yeah.
I'm checking the voltage sag with the accessory. We're 29.3, no load.
And this bolt almost backed itself out on
Okay.
its own.
Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
we're at 39.4, 38.9, 38.8, 38.7. Do we just blow all the cruft off the contacts, or
Possibly. It
or
got
off
better.
the brushes and
But
cleaned up the bus bar? Is that DC? Is it going to be a brushed motor?
this is a brushed permanent magnet motor.
Okay, yeah. So we do have a. Help me here, damn it! Brushes on the commutator
Yes.
that could have been crufty that we just burnt out, and bearings.
I mean,
Did we
the
warm
bearings are
up?
not seal bearings. They
Not
could
seal.
have literally been rusty.
Yeah, because
must
it
be.
got a lot nicer sound in there.
But notice how quickly it stops. It fights
It
itself.
does stop very, yeah.
I think that's the nature of a permanent magnet motor. It turns
Yes,
into a generator the moment it stops.
Yeah, the moment you stop applying current, you get you're creating.
If the blades are insufficiently torqued,
Yes.
they've been known to unscrew themselves when it stops.
Okay.
Or if you wire one backwards, especially,
Right.
then the blades will unscrew themselves when they start.
Huh. Locking washer, is it a standard thread or a reverse thread?
It's standard thread.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so that was fun.
One more time.
Okay.
It's all right. All right. Voltage sag is much less than it was earlier. You got any warmth?
Not significantly.
I think you just fixed a motor.
What's that called? Redneck tune-up.
Let it idle for 5 minutes.
And then, well, no,
It'll be good.
we'll take it out on the highway, blow the cobwebs out.
Yeah, that's right. Blow the what? Yep. Yep. Okay. Ready? Faster, faster! No, no, even faster! No, no, hurry up and wait! Is the traction motor accessible?
It is.
I wanted to do a,
Your batteries are in the back, right?
yeah, I wanted to do a warmth test.
Oh. Okay.
Nope.
Easier to lay on your back inside, but there's less space.
Yep, nope, traction motor is cool to the touch. Terminals, wires as well, cool to the touch. Well, that's all good. Not losing anything down there. And the toaster, I checked after all of that running. Don't think we were using it much, but it didn't heat up much more than it already had been.
Okay.
I think mostly I just ran out of time and patience. We'll find out how deep we went into the battery when I get her back home. And
Here's one of the motors. This is an early style motor.
For the mower deck.
Mower deck, yep. But there's where the brushes were rubbing on the commutator.
Yep.
And there's the very strong
permanent magnets.
magnet motor inside.
Uh-huh.
Just goes together. Boop,
Yeah, yeah, watch the fingers with the magnets. Got it?
There we go.
Yeah.
See how it just flies in there once it's lined up.
Yeah, watch yourself. It'll...
Cool.
Very nice. Thanks for the show.
Sorting through my stash of spare parts that I received. That's someone who's not aware of.
Ooh. That's a little teeny rotor.
This is a rotor for the winch motor.
Ah.
This is a Delco window lift motor from the 60s through the 70s. And this is the core of the front and rear lift.
Very nice.
Nice. Talk about a durable gear. It's part of the main shaft.
Then?
Worm drive, yeah.
Okay. In the original OEM part for the window lift motor, that's all as an enclosed assembly with a worm
Correct.
gear?
I've never seen one of these before.
Okay. Disassembled outside of the housing.
Right.
Okay.
See, it's even got a little O-ring on it.
Yeah, very nice.
Treasure hunt.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Man. I love... ElecTrek owners are just like Steven. I mean, he decided that not even this blade was ready for scrapping. It might come in handy someday.
It could. I mean, we've only you've only ground a new leading edge on that, what, quarter of the way?
And something we all do. Of course, the original cutting is just right here, but everybody decides to sharpen
it all
the rest
the way
of
in.
it.
Yeah.
What the heck, it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Except they should be balanced. You'll get vibration on your deck because you don't notice there's a gas engine shaking everything around.
Yep.
So balancing these things, just a nail on the wall is all it takes for a pretty good balance.
You give it a spin and see how it rests and
But
how
even-
it oscillates.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, just a brad on a stick, if it stays like that, you can spin it. Yeah, but
Well, I mean, like,
I'm going to scrap this.
okay.
And the rest will go.
I'm not going to put them in a frame and hang up on the wall.
If I did this to it, if I wore it down to a nub in my own usage, then I would take pride in it. But
Absolutely. You put a handle on it, turn it into your
make a throwing star.
or and make a good little hand shovel.
I'm going to scrap it.
Okay. I don't know where the fun is in that, but all right. And off and off. Neutral. Neutral, neutral. Alright, this was just a secondary tap that we were using to monitor the pack voltage. This is our 12 cell taps feed, also used for balancing when we are recharging. We'll just feed that back out of this convenient hole in the rear of the battery box that might use in the future for a PTO socket or something, who knows? So we're not feeding traction power through this length of copper. That would be silly. All right. So this is our shift power splice we are leaving in the tractor for testing purposes. Not a permanent deal. Alright, we might glue this piece back in since we took off more material than we need slightly. Not much slack there. Okay, call it a day.